I don't. Alrighty, oh good, the map isn't purple anymore. If you're not watching the stream, you won't get that reference. So, playing as Isengard on Eastern Rohan. I personally have been doing so badly with Isengard recently. I have been doing them bad. I've really been struggling to play them. Not because of anything in particular. I think it's just because I've been playing on a specific map type that I struggle with as Isengard, and those are more small-scale maps. Maps where you can be right in the face of your enemy in less than a minute. Because I've been trying to do the shy Easter egg, which doesn't always work well. But what Isengard works well in is having a large-scale map and having the availability to just expand at your own free will. No rushing for anything. Get another lumber mill over here. And then make our way down here. Gonna get another mine shaft built early, because thanks to lumber mills we don't have the supply routes on them. We're against Gondor, okay. I'm fine. I'm fine against Gondor actually. I'm absolutely fine against Gondor. They will pose no threat whatsoever. I do however want some towers, so I've built one tower there since that's where they are headed. No mercy. Kill them all. Build it into a mine shaft since it's too far into the front to be used anywhere else. They threw the horn on those guys straight away. Now the problem with these guys here, Uruk scouts, people say, "Oh yeah, you should check out the uruk-hai scouts. They must be, they're amazing. They do really well." No, no. Get that idea from your head immediately. Imagine this mineshaft is your brain thinking that uruk-hai scouts are good. Destroy it, or have someone destroy it for you. Uruk-hai scouts are not good. They are, however, all we have until we get machinery of war. Normally, I also go Dunlendings. I haven't done that today. Because on this map, it's difficult to protect the settlement building as well as actually building up. I do very much understand that, and that is why I'm getting the machinery of war right now. This personally is the way I prefer to play as Isengard, and get your best troops as soon as possible, which are the uruk-hai. They are, however, they do underperform for tier 1 units, tier 2 units even. At base, they underperform, but once you get enough upgrades, and once you've got your economy fixed, you're actually in a very good position because you can upgrade them quickly. Once they got fully upgraded, you can also level them up to level 5 straight away, which no other faction can do. That's a large army. I'm out of there. I'm out. Peace. 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 I'm not in a position to be fighting a large army. Not right now. I need to be conserving my strength because I need to get uruk-hai. I need to get some towers too. Just need to get some towers stretched out everywhere. The way I play Isengard is very defensive early game, very conservatively. On some maps, again, if it's a settlement near the base that I consider is close enough that I can use it to attack, I do. But, oh god, I threw the entire army into my base straight away. That's bad. Made it into a warg sentry to kill off those archers quickly. But yeah, having this many units in my base while I have only scouts is a problem. So I get some uruk-hai warriors in here. Now, the uruk-hai warriors, as I'm sure you know from BFME 2 Vanilla, are very defensive. They have the defense stance that gives them extra armor, but in the Edain mod, instead of reducing their speed for the advantage of having extra armor, you actually just reduce you increase your damage from ranged attacks, but you increase your armor by a good amount. Oh, barrages get out of the barrage range. They won't destroy this building, not a chance. Not when it's already level 2. God, I really struggle with Isengard. I'm sure there's some people that can play Isengard and are gods at it. I'm not one of those people. I honestly really struggle with this faction. Mainly because transitioning into the late game is not easy with Isengard. Gonna get Bill Fernie, cheap and very good hero. Oh, they could actually destroy this building if I'm not going to stop them. Yeah, now the play is just get uruk-hai warriors.
I will serve the forces of darkness.
I need to see if they've got any heroes on the map. With Bill Fernie, you can snitch. You can summon a snitch, and he will. Please don't destroy this uruk pit. Come on, come on. This is getting a bit beyond the joke now.
Stay in your ranks. Beat them down.
Okay, we saved it. We clenched it.
Leave none alive.
Okay, we're now in a steady position. We, however, cannot go for the armory.
Prepare for war.
We are not a faction that can upgrade our economy very quickly, and we shouldn't. I do it with several other factions because I can make it work.
We shall rule.
Isengard is not one of those factions. They are not.
Warriors have been we go to
And we'll have a rebuild this into a lumber mill.
tide of darkness rises.
And there's a wargs, so I'm going to need pikemen to deal with that.
This way.
Or Bill Fernie actually should be good enough.
They
If
will
I use them
fear
well
us.
enough. If I use them well. If I don't use them well, then there's no point. In fact, no, there's no point. Just take more settlements. Take more settlements, just expand our early economy.
Go to war.
No point in taking risks that can get me killed when I'm already a bit on edge playing as this faction.
Prepare for war. Advance. This way.
They haven't taken this building here, but they are moving north. That's fine. We've got the Warg Sentry and 2 arrow towers on that side. Let's take this settlement and then move back into the base. I just need these settlements to deter the enemy. That's so many units. And some of them are pikemen.
Ready. Kill the
And they got Gandalf. Shit. Oh.
Dark Lord shall reign.
This is bad. This is really bad. Gandalf's going to destroy my base. Oh no, he's not. He's going to die to the Warg Sentry. Get another Warg Sentry.
They will fear us.
Get rid of those archers and then move into block formation. Yeah, Warg Sentry is really good against heroes. They do mass damage. That did no damage though. That's good. Gandalf's dead. Got another Warg Sentry built. Move into block formation. Get rid of those archers, even though it doesn't really matter because they're going to die anyway. Check for any new heroes. I thought Snitch worked last time. It clearly didn't because I didn't see Gandalf. I destroy this. Fine. I'll just rebuild it. I can after all, and they're not focused on it. Snitch. Okay, I see they've got Baragond and Faramir and Imrahil because they get Imrahil from wherever because they can. Because AI cheats. Hey, Eldar 33.99. Okay, they've got Tower Guard, they've got Athelians. Oh, ugh. Okay, I don't normally go for the Warg Pit, but against Athelians, I need some insurance against them. And this Uruk Pit is already badly damaged. Need a pantry. I'm not going to spend any money on heroes, but I'm just going to die anyway, so... If they're going to keep sending the units in like this, they're just going to die, which is what I want. It works very well for me. If they just keep sending in their units one at a time. Especially when they're elite, and they can't get them back without a big price. Bill Fernie, however, I do kind of want you alive. I don't want you to die. Oh, of course they're getting siege. Of course they've got siege. And that's going to destroy that in one hit, isn't it? Okay, 2 hits. That's better. Blood Wargs would mean they regenerate when they attack. That's not enough. I need them specifically to do trample damage more than anything else. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, why am I always so stressed playing this faction? I used to have so much fun with this faction, and now all it does is stress me out. Okay, they got all 3 of their heroes there. Keep Bolferni in the back. No point in sending them in to die. Get some wargs in here. Get 2 units of wargs. I normally go with 2 units of cavalry. And yeah, look at that. The warg sentry just chews apart heroes so quickly. And yeah, I don't expect these uruk-hai to last long, which is why I'm just constantly spamming them out. And we can because they're super cheap because of our choices. I'm going to get the armory after this barrage has ended. Otherwise, it will actually destroy the armory before it gets built. Okay, fall back, let the warg. Oh, let the warg back. Oh, Faramir sniping Bolferni like the rude son of a bitch he is. Wargs, you can't kill heroes. You can't kill anything except for archers and siege. That's your entire life's purpose. God, that power is so busted. God, that power is so busted. Devastation. Because I need the allies from Isengard or Saruman, whoever recruits those guys. Let's get Ugluk in here, since he is going to be healing our orcs in combat. And Shaku is never worth getting. Ever. And I do mean ever. You should never get Shaku unless you're just doing it for shits and giggles. There's a pikes and tower guard. That's a bait, but I'm going to go and tainted land on top of it. And just keep an eye out for archers that I can just kill. Yeah, their trample is strong. That's the one thing that the Warg Riders have. Their trample is very strong. And against siege, any unit is good against siege, especially cavalry. Saruman wants them alive and unspoiled. They've already got Baragon back, and he's already used his power. My lumber. Okay, the pikemen have moved in and are gone. Yeah, start getting on upgrades now. Oh, and of course they've got catapults. Why wouldn't they not have catapults? Rip his head off! One thing that the Wild Riders have that I like are their quotes. Really good quotes. I thought my entire army died there. No, it was just get a mine shaft. The wolves are hungry. Let's no. Yeah, no. Get another tower and a warg sentry and another tower at the back. I'm not getting shocked. I'm going to get blood wargs. They're relatively cheap, only 200 per unit, and it does mean we get healing on our troops. Uruk-hai, centralize, get healed. Doesn't heal anything that's not an Uruk-hai. That includes Saruman, all humans and orcs. Orcs don't count either. Only Uruk-hai get healed. Which kind of doesn't make sense that orcs don't get healed, because you know it is Grog that they're healing us with. Get expanded storeroom, get some... Have some crossbows. I think some range superiority can't hurt. Since we've got some wargs of our own, might as well try and kill off these wargs. I mean, we're not going to lose. Although we're not particularly winning either, since these wargs are insane. Of course they are. What else would they attack? Get the forge workers' tools in here. Not on you. You're too weak. You're too low. Too small to bother that with. Can't use a snitch yet, but I definitely should when it's off cooldown. Yeah, the longer we live, the quicker the enemy will die once we are at our best. Which again, we are not at yet. Also, something I learned: if you destroy the warg lair, the wargs die with it. That's not a thing for any other lairs except for the wargs, which I find very intriguing because they've never integrated that before.
We shall rule these lands.
But it makes for some interesting choices you can make.
Advance.
But obviously, going for just going in and killing them is normally the best option. Oh, eagles!
The eagles are coming!
But we have got archers of our own, so we're fine. Just make sure those siege do not get in the base. Of all things, the siege are not allowed in. We killed one eagle. There are Aphilians in our base. That's another eagle down.
My wounds are too many.
Bill, to be fair, Bill, if you die, no, it doesn't matter. Ogluk dies, that's a problem.
This way.
Need more basic uruk-hai, since all of our uruk-hai are now dead, or very close to dead. We nearly got the grog back though.
We shall rule
That'll
these
help.
lands.
Oh, just evaded them. Oh, come on! They scripted that bullshit. They prepared that. Well, my wargs are dead now because they're constantly just stuck. Yep. That was some scripted bullshit right there.
Stay in your ranks. Beat them down.
Again, Bill, you die, it doesn't matter.
Stay in your ranks.
Well, if alerts die, that's a problem.
Beat them down.
And more importantly, we cannot let siege in our base. So I'm also going to get the Wildmen of Dunland summon on here.
Leave none alive. Bury them. Banner carriers now. We go to
God, we got banner carriers.
more arrows, quickly.
Get in that base. Don't let them hit you.
Prepare for war. Ready. Advance. Blades. Attacking us. The new warriders have just shown up. We shall rule these lands.
New warg rise.
Take them for a run. Four Uruk warriors have been spawned. They will fear us. We shall rule
Oh,
these lands.
the hoops I have to jump through to do well as Isengard is obscene. Getting heavy armor now.
We're gonna fight.
These wildmen are still alive. We still have this mine shaft. How? Why? Why are the AI? We still have this mine shaft too. What is the AI doing? I'm not gonna complain. I'm just saying, what are the AI doing?
The Dark Lord shall reign. Warriors have just shown up.
The wargs are hungry.
The wargs are hungry.
We shall rule these lands.
These guys, banner carriers, I guess. Get another unit of crossbows, 2 more units of basic uruk-hai. Oh, we found some troops. Kill them off. Kill them dead. No, they're gonna get away. Go over and destroy this farm. There's a farm there. If there's not a farm there, then destroy something that's there anyway. Let's get the traitors of Rohan. Because you never know when we might actually need some proper cavalry. I'm sorry, Warg Riders, but I have no respect for you. You don't do enough of anything. And yeah, these guys don't generate resources, but my god, the damage they can do. Incredible. Yeah, these are definitely the best of the 3 recruits you can get from the...
The Dark Lord shall reign.
Oh, Wargs, no, those are pikes. That's bad.
They will fear
Bad
us.
behaviour.
Bury them. These buildings are
Forge Blades next. We could opt out to getting Machinery of War free, getting Shield Bearers for all our troops, just so their archers mean nothing to us. We could just completely say no to all their damage.
Advance.
That's taking it a bit extreme. We don't need to go there yet. I am, however, going to take this outpost and make it into a steelworks, because I believe we will have the money to do that. Although we have no pikes, so I should probably get some pikes.
They will fear us.
Or have these guys do it, I don't know.
Go to war.
Just have a bit of everything, I guess.
They will fear us. Ready weapons. Ready. The Dark Lord shall reign.
Keep you guys in the base. Let the wargs do the business. Let's see if I can finally say the warg riders are worth something. No, still really can't say much for them. These are heavy armoured warg riders, by the way. And they're still getting beaten up by the lair wargs.
The tide of darkness.
Yeah. These guys really just don't have much going for them. The only thing they have going for them is that they are the cheapest basic cavalry in the game. That a faction that only has one from the cavalry has. Rohan also has cavalry that costs only 400. Their basic cavalry. But then again, that cavalry is good because it moves in a proper formation. It moves in a faster fashion than that of basic. What's the words I'm trying to think of? The words aren't forming in my head. Brain, help me! Don't work against me. The reason why Warg Riders compared to Rohirrim are worse is because it's not their stats, it's their animation. They slow down more on the charge. They very easily staggered. They don't really have any way of keeping themselves alive as well. And for cheap cavalry, you need that kind of survivability. Which you do get if you give them the Blood Warg. They do get that extra survivability with Blood Wargs, but still, it's an upgrade you have to get, which makes their base cost 600. And it only works on their actual attack, not their charge. And what you do mostly with the wargs is charge. You don't expect them to do much other than charge. If they don't kill their quarry in their charge, then one, they're not very good cavalry, and two, they're probably going to die. Let's go on your bow for a bit. And yeah, just go back to camp for a bit. Could get steel bolts, not particularly invested in going steel bolts. We found some rangers though, I want to kill them off. I mean, I want a high level now. They're actually performing at a better level. Yeah, the problems I have with Isengard is they just have units in their roster that are their early tier units that don't perform adequately enough. The uruk-hai scouts, you'd think the fact they can get to level 10 and they get all this cool thing about them, making them stronger. No, it's not worth it. And then there's Warg Riders, which I want to love. They're a good unit. They're your cavalry units. You need to love them in times of large castle maps where the AI is actually going to bring out siege in large quantities, no matter who you're playing against. And yet they can deal with siege because all cavalry are really good against siege because that's how their damage stats are dictated.
They will fear us.
But I have also had to give them all their upgrades to make them good enough to actually do stuff. So that is a problem too.
I think I smell the enemy.
We shall rule these lands.
The building is ready for master.
Oh yeah, and their pathing. Their pathing mechanic, well, their general pathing and mobility is worse than most other cavalry, just because they're wargs. Not because they are literally warg riders that they're terrible. It's because of the fact of their mount. In the way it moves compared to a horse, it has faster turning speeds. If you remember the Arnor video from last week, those cavalry would turn on a dime. These wargs really struggle with turning. Even when they're halfway through moving, they can sometimes just stop and have to do the full turn themselves instead of actually just having the turn done for them. Get the Wizard's Tower. Get all these upgrades. Even though one of them is only really necessary. Get some more labourers while I'm there, so I think they just killed one of them. Yeah, they killed one of them. You monsters. You monsters. The lone archer is dead.
The Dark Lord shall reign.
Not sure what was. All right, was there?
Prepare
They
for
sent
war.
some tower guard up there for some reason. Well, I'm building this steelworks. It's only worth 3,000, and I've got the money. Oh look, it's a hobbit. Eat him.
The tide of darkness rises.
He's level 1. You should be able to just eat him. Yeah, that was expected. That was expected. Pikes. Oh. The one redeeming factor of the turning on a dime is that when you come up to pikes, but yeah, even then you can see they just struggle to actually make they struggle to decide which way they're going to attack. Those are Army of the Dead. I'm going to try and have them go a different way than my main army. Good. Good, that works. That works in my favour. They're attacking my base with Army of the Dead. I can't stop them from doing that. I can, however, stop their basic units from attacking. I'm not sending my army in. That's just a death sentence. Nothing in my current roster can deal with Army of the Dead. The only things we have is the explosion power and oh, what else? And Saruman. That's it. Those are the only two things that can deal with Army of the Dead. Saruman and giant explosion tier 4 power, which should not be used to blow up Army of the Dead, by the way. Oh, they've summoned the Eagles again. Oh, we had a unit there. Not anymore. To be fair, I don't think we need our cavalry anymore. We've got the cavalry power, and I think that's all we really need. We've got extra vision now, so we can see when they're bringing siege up, so we can counteract it. Clearing out more land for economy. And I'll get Grishnax Explorers as well. We've got 3 different individual summons which we can use to deal with siege if they get too close to the base. Which they never should anymore. And there we go, Eagles gone. Just with some units of archers. I'm really glad they nerfed the Eagles. But also, in a way, because of the fact they nerfed archers, they nerfed the flying units at the same time. Not retroactively, it's just kind of something that happened. I'm not sure how, or by how much. I'm getting rid of this warbler. Don't need it. I'd rather have another building, and I'm thinking of turning these into some furnaces, because that means we have production in our upgrades, instead of just our uruk-hai, which, don't get me wrong, it's good. It's not great, but it's good. But yeah, I want full 50% discount on all our upgrades. I want our upgrades to be free. Or close enough to free. Because that's what we're doing now more than anything else, is just having our upgrades made. And in fact, with all these now built, yeah, our upgrades are 150. I should get settlement tools now, so our buildings can defend themselves. Get lots of warriors, let's upgrade them all, nice and cheap. Because yeah, they're normally 300, so now we've cut the price down into 150. No other faction can do that. However, you do need these buildings to be tier 3, which used to actually be a really big problem, because you couldn't get tier 3 without actually going through the whole process of getting 2 upgrades, which took about 2 minutes to actually get, and then it would happen. So there are some very good quality of life changes that came with the economy patch. Some really good quality of life changes. Oh no, my building got destroyed, like it normally does. Get those steel bolts. Only 200 for our upgrades, and they're I wouldn't say they're on par with. They're not quite on par with the other upgrades like steel bolts, but they definitely have their worth. They just summoned the Grey Company on my steelworks. Do I care? Not really. Do I even bother using this power? They'll be gone before they destroy it, right? If I have them focus down the units, Grey Company does no damage. Eladon and Arahir do no damage. Should be fine. Let's get back on your sword. I think I'm good enough to go back on your sword now. And yeah, these guys are slowly dying off. There's no way they're going to destroy this. Not a chance. Not a wing and a prayer. And yeah, the steel bolts. I'm not sure exactly what damage the steel bolts do. Is it just increased damage? Is it just increased pierce damage? Is it armor piercing uruk damage? I don't know.
There he goes.
Gollum where? Okay, I'm gonna stop getting that upgrade. I'm gonna get Saruman. If I get that upgrade, give me Saruman. Find me Gollum. Trebine, find me a Gollum.
They're attacking a furnace.
Oh, I don't care. They finally destroyed this mine shaft, by the way, which I had since the beginning of the game.
This way. Quiet now. We shall rule these lands.
Is there a Gollum?
Advance.
I lost sight of him, I think.
I just saw him. It's Gollum.
And I found him again. He's in the north. He's right in the top left corner. If we get Saruman with the ring, it's over. Not a chance that AI has of beating Ring Hero Saruman. Just because he can then counter Army of the Dead. Just to make sure Gollum doesn't escape. Also use Farsight on the area. He's getting shot by towers, so he's definitely not going to be able to go into invisibility form when he's being attacked. We're getting chased by Baragon, and I'm saying no. Ring takes absolute priority. Oh, here we go. Which Saruman are we going to get? Vote now. Saruman the Cursed, Saruman the Blessed. Take your guess. Vote. Get those votes now. Get them ready. They're sieging me, but I don't care.
The Dark Lord shall reign.
Because we just got Saruman the Blessed or the Cursed. Take your pick. It's Saruman the Cursed. Oh, it's been a while. Been a while since we've had fireball shooting Saruman. Now, by the name Cursed, you might think, oh, he's terrible like Gandalf is when he's not Gandalf the White. You could not be more wrong if you thought that. In fact, Saruman the Cursed and Saruman the Blessed, they're actually two sides of the same coin. Where one is incredibly aggressive and can deal insane amounts of damage, the other focuses entirely upon making everything stronger. This Saruman makes our uruk-hai, by the way, 300% attack. 300% attack. These guys could quite literally break anything. And because of the extra speed, look how quick we're breaking this. Oh, Aftershock 3601, carry your childhood. Yep, I feel the exact same way. This game was my childhood for years, and it still is in a way. And we got Saruman the Cursed. I do prefer the Blessed out of the two Sarumans, but I must say, getting either Saruman is really good. Once that upgrade's finished, we're gonna get some more uruk-hai. Let's say hello to Pippin. Oh! Let's say hello to Boulder. Some traitors. Now, I did use the Call of the Command of the Cursed. Then there's also Industrial Obsession. Selects a building, trains units and gains resources 4 times faster. Let's do it on... Oh, I can't do it. It's so far. Pressure. Get rid of their siege. Their foul taint shall not reign here. Lurtz, where are you? Get out. Get out. Have I heard about Beerthmere Forge? Yes, I have, and I'm very eager to see how that will be, how that will do when it's released. I'm personally not getting my hopes up for Reforged. Because to be fair, whenever I get my hopes up on something, it always ends up being below my expectations. Like what happened with Warhammer 3. I thought it was going to be amazing. I had my hopes up so much, and I played for hundreds of hours, and I just got burnt out on it. I really thought that game was going to be the game that I would know life when I wasn't playing BFME. But instead I got into Elden Ring, and I'm loving Elden Ring. I must say that is definitely my game of the year, by far. By far, that is my game of the year, and I've almost completed the game. Actually, I've almost completed my first playthrough of the game. I get some shield uruks for our troops, because that just means we take 0 damage from anything that's not melee. And because our melee KO is already incredible, it just makes anyone trying to touch us not going to do anything. Yeah, let's actually read what these guys do. So I don't actually talk about these guys much. The shield uruks may combine with any uruk-hai units to protect them. The great shield of the uruk-hai makes them nearly immune to long-range attacks. Any cavalry charging the shield bearers will be slowed twice as quickly. So yeah, these are the late of the lates. On their own, they are absolutely useless. But joined with any other units, whether it be pikemen, archer, or basic infantry, they are amazing. Because they just give that unit near immunity to range attacks. Which, as I mentioned before, the uruk-hai's melee formation made them weak to archers. But now you don't even have to put them into that formation, because the shield bearers just give them that extra armor, and they're tanky as hell. Look at their health bar at level 1.
The enemy is on us.
Level 1, health of 945. To compare it, a health of a level 5 uruk-hai unit is 1104. Now let's look at the shield bearers in a unit of level 5 uruk-hai. Their health is doubled. That is insane. The shield bearers are literally mini heroes. They're literally mini level 10 scout heroes with that health. And they also give complete and near immunity to range attacks. Like, I love this unit. I used to never use this unit. I used to just think, okay, Isengard or uruk-hai, mid-game, that's it, you've won. Now it's Isengard, early game, mid-game, I suck. Late game, I'm amazing because I just do this shenanigans, and I love it. Saruman is now level 4. He still has none of his actual damage dealing spells. He only has his leadership spells, which aren't bad. Not by a long shot. They're still amazing. His powers are all still amazing. We have 9,000 in the bank, and I have nothing to spend it on other than berserkers. And that's what I'm going to do. And I'm still not breaking bank. Still not even close to breaking the bank. Like I said earlier, Isengard, late game, is just ridiculous with how much money they can generate. It is ridiculous. Their early game, they really do suffer though. You've got to be aware, their early game is a struggle. But if you get past that early and mid game trouble grace period, you really just cannot be beat. Just because of the overwhelming power at your fingertips. And if you get Ring Hero Saruman, that's just a given bonus that you earned. Because both forms, both Cursed and Blessed, are amazing. Perhaps two of the best Ring Heroes in the game. Next to Sauron and, honestly, Boromir as well. Boromir is another one of those great Ring Heroes, but that's more for utility than it is for just pure killing power. Which, to be fair, Isengard needs more than most factions. They just need pure killing power. Because if you're like me and you avoid using Siege, you do need Siege as Isengard to actually break a base easily. You can now use Burning Earth, might as well use it now. Get ourselves that thumbnail. Get that thumbnail! Yes! Burning Earth makes it look like something of Balrog. I could do that as the title as well. Isengard summoning Balrog. Nope. That's just Scorching Earth. Although I must admit, I am very eager for Misty Mountains to come out. That's probably the thing I'm most eager to see is the Edain Mod's next chapter in the mod's build-up. Is the build-up to their final version in the Misty Mountains. So I really want to see the Balrog versus all the Ring heroes. I think that'd be something that I know it's not something I can do very easily, but just the concept of it to me sounds fun. Now what is sad though is the fact that AI can't use these buildings. Like this building is actually busted because of the way it's done. Oh yeah, and uruk-hai berserkers. You may think they do uruk damage to begin with. You need to actually get them forged blades for them to do uruk damage. But they do have chop damage in their base form, which honestly isn't bad. But it could be better if they... I don't know. We won, that's the main thing. That's the second game of the stream and the week. That was another 40-minute battle. Oh, last week was so easy.